cut this like literal sentence I'm about to say. So
well, that's gonna be our lead then. You say cut it.
I can't wait to figure out the graphic that comes up for the last minute that you guys won't understand.
Just blur your face for that, so no one will know it's you.
Saying?
So the official name would be Sarah Foster Calero. Mm-hmm. Got it.
That's what I'm doing professionally.
Sarah Foster Calero.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Too many people have known me as Foster for my entire career that I cannot drop that. But I never legally changed it. So I'm not really Calero, but on social media I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, that's well. It's
like
tough
too
being
much
a
of a
woman.
process.
It's tough being a woman.
I was, doing some research, and I saw that for your honeymoon, you did the same honeymoon I did.
Yeah.
Little Morea into Bora Bora.
Yeah. Is that what you did?
Yeah, because I saw the stingrays.
God.
I'm pretty sure she took a jet ski around Morea.
We
stopped
did.
at this.
Heck yeah.
That was a great trip.
It was absolutely amazing.
Did you go all the way to Tahiti, or did you make a stop in Cali, or did you just? We're going all the way.
Flying out, we flew from. Actually, now I don't even know. We did not stop in California on the way there. We just went straight to Tahiti and then the boat ride over. Yeah, it was far, but I mean, it's like you're going to paradise, so you know it's worth it.
That's true.
Coming back, I knew it was going to be tougher to like face reality. So we did actually stop in San Francisco and stayed with some friends for a couple nights and then mixed it up a little bit. Yeah. Although it like poured the whole time. It was cold. So it's like, I don't want the honeymoon to end.
Yeah. How long were you there for?
What did we do? Maybe like 12 nights?
Like 5 and 5 and then on the way there?
I wish we did longer in Bora Bora. We did Morea. So I don't know if people have heard of Travel Zoo, but it's like a kind of a travel website you can subscribe to, and they send out a weekly on Wednesdays. It's like top 20 deals. And so this was coming out of COVID where we were like, this is so sketchy, even planning a honeymoon and planning a wedding. But
2021 was it, right?
We got married in November 2021. So it was better. We could have, people, but it wasn't fully what we expected, but it was like totally fine. But we had gotten a Travel Zoo deal that was stay at the Hilton Morea for, I think it was like, they had different packages. You could do the overwater bungalow or some type of like cool thing. It had like a plunge pool if you didn't do the overwater bungalow. So we did 2 nights inland, then we went and did the overwater bungalow, and then we transferred to Bora Bora. But like looking back, I think I would have done maybe 2 extra nights in Bora Bora and then 2 less in Morea. Love Morea, but like Bora Bora just felt so fast. And that was like the huge goal. And we got a crazy deal on a hotel because of it being coming out of COVID. So it was paradise.
So just savvy traveler, obviously fitting your role in Oneida County Tourism. I was
going to say our honeymoon with Lauren, we had 2 nights in Taberg, 2 nights in Holland Patton, and I would have done 3 nights in Taberg if I had to do it all over again. But
you wouldn't mix it up. Okay, all right.
It doesn't always work out great. Yeah. Speaking of tourism, as Brad was going into, you're the big cheese over there at the Oneida County Tourism. How's it going so far?
It's good. I feel like I'm trying to hit the ground running, and I think it helped that I've been in this role. So this month will be my 13th year with Oneida County Tourism. And I was born and raised in Vernon. So I'm a local girl. I've known the area. I've really come to appreciate and love it. I think as you should, promoting tourism. So it's genuine. But no, I think it's been good. It's totally different than everything I've ever done. I've focused more on like sales, communications, PR, social media. So now coming into more of the financial side and HR, I don't have maybe as much experience with that, but I'm also getting a certification to kind of like work and foster those skills and then just learn more about the things that I lack in knowledge. But it's good. I think that we have such a supportive community, and then also like statewide, my counterparts across the state, everyone is so supportive, and everyone's also known me since I literally started out of college. So it just is like, if I ever have a question on anything or if I ever don't understand anything, I know I just have such a huge group of people that I can rely on.
That's got to be such a hard job to fill. It's like finding a chamber president as well. Like how do you can only go so far with the research, I feel like, because you really want somebody who knows the feel.
Right.
And
All areas
all the
are
ins
so unique.
Exactly.
And the connections. And it's nice to have somebody who's been here.
Yeah.
And done it. That's great.
It is. I mean, yeah. And I can speak to so many things. Like, you know, I don't think this is a job that you could fake. And even just like the passion or the knowledge. So to me, even when I was hired, like I know there were certain things that I had said in my interview that really helped me get hired, but just having that understanding and like actually experiencing, like I don't just promote what we have in Oneida County, I go and do what is happening in Oneida County, which makes it easier to promote.
You can't fake it. So Brad, you're out right from the get-go.
No, I know. I know. Well, you know, you would be a great fit. I mean, whatever.
Whatever.
No, I think it's fun because we have so much around us too. So it's just try to focus. How do we get people to Oneida County?
Yeah.
You know, we have a lot of history here. We have the landscapes, the Erie Canal. You know what? You know, if you were to pitch somebody right now and put you on the spot, like what's like the go-to?
It's like an interview.
Yeah. I mean,
did you get this in your interview?
I'm curious. I'm like, if I'm faking it, how do if I'm sitting in your seat and we talk to people all the time, you know, coming to the area, what's your go-to for selling?
I actually ask them first what they're interested in because I don't want to just ramble and say, oh, we have a casino and we have golf and we have hiking. Yeah. It's like, you have to know what someone cares about. I don't want to go say, oh my God, we have this amazing beverage trail. And then the people are like, well, we don't drink. So it's like,
I haven't had a cocktail since 09.
And I'm dying of thirst.
Hey, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Cheers. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
We're going to send this in the right direction.
Yeah, here we go.
Cheers.
We like cocktailing, if you can't tell.
Mm-hmm.
Clinky, clinky.
Wow, it really.
Wow, the ice sounds
picks
so
up.
nice.
It does pick up. It's
really
soothing,
nice.
right?
It is. It's like ASMR, right? But yeah, no, I ask people what they're interested in because, I mean, we really have everything. We have 4 seasons that we promote. We have the outdoor recreation. We have casinos. We have entertainment, theater, museums. So history, it's so cliche, but we have something for everyone. It just is like dependent on how people want to approach it. And one of the main things that I feel like I'm combating and have been since I started and probably always will, but is like letting locals understand how much we have here and why it is such a phenomenal area to live.
Got me.
Got it.
I know.
I'd hire her.
Yeah.
I know. It's like Morgan, watch out.
Oh, that look.
That look. I wish we had a camera going the other way. Yeah. So, about you a little bit. What kind of roles have you been doing in the past? What led you to where you are now? And then kind of
how long you've been with the organization for quite a while, right?
Yeah, I joined October 2010. It was literally straight out of college.
Yeah.
I mean, I worked at Hamilton College that summer, which I had always done over the summers because my mom worked there, but I would I couldn't work in media relations because that's where she was, but I worked in different departments. And I had a friend who was working for Vernon Downs at the time, and she was like, hey, there's this like great opportunity. It sounds like a really cool job. And I was like, I've never heard of Oneida County Tourism, but I'm intrigued. And I went in and interviewed, had a great interview. And then the second time I went in and was like, you know, you guys like social media is kind of new, which is so weird that it was at that point.
Right.
But I was like, a huge problem is letting locals know what's going on. I'm like, what if we got a Twitter and just like said, these are the events that are happening, you know, throughout the weekend or something. And Kelly loved it. And then I also said that I golfed and she was like, huh, okay. We get invited to do different golf tournaments and we promote in that market. And she literally, I saw her a couple of weeks ago and she was like, you said a couple of the right things in the interview, such as golfing, social media, the fact that I was straight out of college and was like, oh my God, I'll travel whenever, because she literally sent me to Niagara Falls 5 days into the job and was like, you're going to go to your first trade show. Don't worry. I've contacted my counterparts in the state and, you know, they're going to be ready for you. Everyone is super welcoming. And here we are 13 years later. So it was definitely the right industry for me.
Nice.
I think the people are just amazing. And I think as a state, we work really well together. My former boss had come from Ohio and she had said, you know, things are not the same way everywhere else. It's something that we kind of take for granted. So when I started, it was group sales, then it led to sales, and then media relations, and then communications, and now president. So
that's a fun journey.
Quite,
I mean,
quite the journey. Yeah.
You know, you have experience in it. And I heard about the golf game. Now I've heard you can you can play a bit.
Yeah, I can play.
I can play. I like
mean-
the confidence.
I mean, like what are we talking? Like you golf weekly or out there a lot or that's? I mean, we have a professional golfer here, so we got to be.
I know.
He's
Well,
kind of
trust
a big
me.
deal.
Just ask me.
Just ask him. He'll tell you all about
He
it.
knows all about golf. I definitely. Yeah, I kind of played very casually with my dad and brother when I was younger, and they never really like. I love them, but they didn't like help me hone the game. And
They want it to be their time, or are they just trying to?
well, no, it was like our bonding time, but it was also even like an ex-boyfriend I had. They would be like, "Oh, you can just like hit and like pick the ball up," and I get it. Like I understand pace of play and etiquette and all that. I
mean,
completely get it. But it was like I'm never going to get better. But I also know you have to practice and go to the range now. But so then my best friend is Kelly Sneezik, and her family owns Crystal Springs. So we played field hockey together, but we became close as we graduated. And she would be like, "Hey, I'm bartending. You want to come over? We'll go play a few holes." So I would then go play with her. And that kind of like really developed that friendship too. And then I met my now husband in Lukens on a night out on Varick Street. And we were talking about everything. And then I said to him, I was like, "I got to go." I'm like, "I have a tea time tomorrow." And he's like, "What?"
That's when you got him.
Just seal the deal.
Just
It
swallow the
was
hook on that one, didn't he?
literally
Yeah.
exactly what sealed the deal. He was like, "Did you just say you have a tea time?" And I
Did he
was like,
propose right there?
he might as well have. I think
mean,
he
you had
literally
him.
fell in love with me.
You could have
on
got
the
with
spot.
anything after that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. He was like, "I've never heard of a girl having a tea time," and he's like, "I have a tea time tomorrow." And I was like, "Okay, cool." Like, you know, and so he like
normal.
he asked for my number, and then I was feeling the drinks the next day and missed the front nine with my dad and brother because I was hungover, and then met them for the back nine. And, you know, James texted me and he was like, "How did everything go?" And then he was like, "I can give you golf lessons." And I was like, "Okay," like says every guy ever. Like you all, like everyone thinks they know what to do.
That's a
Like,
very dangerous space to go. That means he really, because
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
usually-
he's coming on too hard there, don't you think? Is that too much?
It's very dangerous to teach a significant
I mean,
other
now
how to
it's
It
golf.
was intriguing.
ended happily, but
Oh,
at the
okay.
time
It
we were like,
did.
or what?
Well, we did. I think we went and played Stonebridge first. And then I saw him swing. And I know this sounds weird, but I saw him swing and I was like, "Oh my God, he is attractive." Like that was something that I was like, I found that as a really good positive, where if a guy says he can golf and like actually can back it up, I'm like, okay, because
there's a lot of that.
I think there are
sense.
so many people that are like, I need this and I need that. And I'm like, do you even
We know a
play? Like,
couple
are
of
you
those.
actually like,
Yeah. They look better than they play. You know,
Yeah.
they're going to be.
which
yeah.
is actually truly the reason that I started golfing and got interested was because of the outfits, that and field hockey and volleyball. I was like, I love that you can wear cute outfits and go out. And yeah, Morgan's cheering me on in the background because I know she agrees.
And Brad agrees. That's why he plays golf.
Yeah, no,
So you
I
can
just
wear
go for
cute
the,
outfits.
Yeah, I'm terrible. No,
His score game is
Where's
off the
his score?
charts.
That's
It's off the
what I was
charts.
gonna
He looks
say.
great.
But yeah, so but James is really patient, and we would go to the range and he would like set up a camera and take slow-mo videos of the swing, and then we would like literally go home and analyze it, and he's like, "You got to do this, and I don't like your grip, and like let's adjust this." So we really like he has helped me tremendously get better at the game.
I'm so impressed by that because I feel like that's such a huge risk.
It's a risk because that can get,
It's
that can
a
get
risk.
feisty.
I mean,
Things go the wrong way.
you're not listening to me. No, I'm trying. You don't know that I'm trying.
Yeah,
That's-
he's patient, but I think I'm also a good listener. Like he tries to give advice to other people, like even in my family, and they're like, "Hey, okay," and they don't do anything. He can tell me something, and I think I'm fairly good at implementing it immediately. But then it's like making sure I get in
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to through that. I'm trying to see if I want to unpack Sneezik and see it because I know Tom.
Our man Tom.
Been through a couple cocktails.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tom's a riot.
I mean,
is.
he might be someone we need to bring on and pick that brain. But no, great. That's a
Great
fun
guy.
course. Great
Yep.
guy. A great operation over there. But
He's doing amazing things there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. I mean, that tornado was insane what
Oh,
they
I
had
know.
come through, but I like love everything he does, and that the tiki hole is a blast. You can easily spend a lot of time there.
I go there a couple days of summer just to hang out at the tiki bar.
Mhm.
I steal a golf cart from the clubhouse, and then I end up out there. Tom's out there, re-roofing the thing or
Yeah.
cooking burgers. He's just like,
Doing something crazy.
makes me feel like I'm a slacker.
and
And
he's hammered a bottle of Bacardi
Yeah,
and
and,
hanging out.
yeah.
Good, doing great, Tom.
About 6 hours later, I drive the cart back.
Yeah.
But no, it's a really fun place.
Mhm.
They have a great atmosphere over there.
Yeah, no, I agree. And yeah, the family of golfers. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they all impressed me. And then it was actually like Kelly had played on the Mohawk Valley tour, and then my husband had, and his friends had. So it was like a bonding thing when I kind of introduced and meshed the friends. And yeah, golf brings people together. It was part of our wedding vows. It was our engagement photos, we took them on a golf course. So it plays a very big role in our relationship. And even like this past, he called me earlier and he's like, do you want to go out and walk 9 when you get home from work if you're back in time? And I was like, well, I'm having drinks and I don't know how long it's going to go, but yes. Yeah, probably,
Yeah.
It's getting dark earlier, but can still sneak in 9.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's great. I do wish, I've been trying to get my wife to play a little bit more because I do feel like it's a fun, you're outside, you're doing something different, and she's an athlete, softball player.
Yeah.
I think the expectations of golf, there's people go into it thinking like, oh, I can figure this sport out.
Yeah.
Definitely,
the more you know, the harder it becomes.
Definitely the hardest sport I've ever tried to play, for sure.
Truly.
But it really is. I think we have a lot to offer around here too, which I think is part of that tourism thing. I mean, the courses at Turning Stone, some of the private and public courses, it's just so much to choose
There's
from.
a lot of golf holes around here. Yes.
It was one of our stats on that billboard campaign. I think it was either like 27 or 29 public courses, which obviously that's not counting the private, but that's also my sell. Like I have, connected through New York City and flown into New York City, and I see a golf course and I'm just like, I'm like, and they're probably paying like 80 minimum for around there.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And we have these gems that are just like gorgeous, beautiful, lush trees, so well taken care of, upstate New York, and it's a fraction of the price.
Mm-hmm.
What are the go-to courses for you? I mean, but what's the home?
I live across from Valley View, so
there you go.
Hammer and Hank Fergal.
Little Hank.
When we looked at the house, it was so tiny, but we were literally like,
makes sense for us.
Yeah, like this is really great. So we truly put our golf clubs on and walk across the street, and we feel like it's such a flex. And we're like, we hope everyone's staring at us and so jealous that we can just walk across the street and do it. But
that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I play there the most. But James grew up he went to West Canada Valley, so he kind of grew up on Newport. So we play there sometimes too. But I do come out to Rome. I go out to Crystal Springs, Stonebridge.
We might need to flex the Sentinel team. I have to give her a call.
Yeah.
Morgan tried to ask me to play in a tournament, but I was traveling. Otherwise, I totally would have.
Who were you trying to replace, Morgan? Because I thought, we won't get into that. We'll just.
Was it you?
I don't think it was. No.
Hook?
I think you were on the team.
I think I'm getting the boot.
You need Scott. You can't get rid of Scott.
Just for
heck of a player.
Entertainment value alone.
Great
guy.
Scott's my man.
He is. I love asking people where the go-to places for you, where you like to go. I mean, obviously we have so much to hear. I see Utica coffee.
Yes.
Love to cocktail. We can go in any direction here, but what are the kind of go-tos for you in Oneida County right now, and not just Utica, Rome, but just learning the different gems and why.
Well, so yeah, I mean, Utica coffee definitely is my go-to for coffee. But I had to assess my budget, and I also do make my own cold brew now, and then I combine it with Utica coffee just to be a little bit more financially savvy. Kind of.
I kind of like that. That's really good. It does get expensive.
It does. It adds up, and I put a little decaf in my homemade one just to calm down the caffeine. Love the caffeine, but it's probably not the best for my heart, long term wise. I would say on any given night that's not a Sunday or Monday, I could go to Tex-Mex. I know we were kind of talking about it, but Tex-Mex is for sure one of my go-tos.
Is it just to go margaritas?
Yeah, but I mean, it is. But also, they redid their outside patio. So I have a variety of things that I like to do. Sometimes I like to get dressed up and go out for a fancy, very once in a while. But typically, if we're what do we do tonight? Let's just go, and we live really close, we'll go to Tex-Mex. And they set up this patio area outside, and they have kind of a tarp, but they put little garden things kind of surrounding it. So they just made it look better. And I love the casualness of it. You order at the window, and then you just stick a sign on your table, and then they bring out your food. So good food, free chips and salsa. Margaritas are 10 out of 10. Highly recommend.
I haven't.
Maybe get a DD.
I will say I love a good marg, but I just haven't had one yet. So I'm working on it. I need to catch up in Utica. I understand that. I'm working on it.
Yeah, make the rounds.
Yeah.
But no, I spent a lot more time in Rome this past summer than I ever have. And I was introduced to DiMattio's and loved it. Talk about a great patio area. Like I heard that they had completely redone that. So that was amazing. I also experienced sugar beets for the first time. So loved that. And we have a gift card. So might have to go use that for our 2-year anniversary. But like if I go out in Utica, I feel like I have a tendency to go more to the breweries now. So I'll go to like Bag Square Brewing. Seven Hamlets, which isn't really Utica. I love Brimfield, but they have a driving range and a winery, so it's a win-win.
That kind of works out for you.
I know.
Yeah.
You know, thinking about this, Thirsty Owl have any time. I mean, I think that's what's missing from your winery.
Is it driving range?
Is it driving range?
Hidden into the lake or what?
Absolutely. There's all the golf balls. I mean, there's got to be something there.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea.
I like it.
I kind of like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's gorgeous views of the driving range. Like that's like our go-to driving range, just even though it's probably like 15 minutes away. But then, yeah, sometimes if we go on a weekend and we're like, well, let's get a glass of wine after and just take in the sunset.
A little swing juice.
Yeah, something like that. but yeah, I like love Nail Creek, and I really like just like chill places.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
But like you could find me at the Harp on a random night. You never know. But
Yeah.
I haven't been quite as social lately. More social at my own house.
Got a lot going on.
Yeah, a lot going on.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's great. So back to the golf, you and James.
Yep.
I mean, do we play against each other, or is it always just a friendly, we both play our own game? Is there any secretly competitive edge to this relationship?
Oh, there's competitive edge. And he stated, like, literally when we first met, he's like, I want to let you know that I will never let you win in anything. He's like, I am never going to feel bad for beating you. So don't ever expect. I was like, okay, a little aggressive, but like, fair enough.
A little aggressive.
He stands
Very
by that.
assumptive too, that he's gonna be better than you.
I know. Well, so now whenever I find something that I'm better at, I'm like, we are doing this now. Like we're doing this again.
Might as well.
But golf wise, we went and played last week, and we were just like, we knew we were rushing, so we played a scramble, like just the two of us, and shot one over, which we were actually both really upset about. We had a very good run this summer, me particularly, but I did 4 golf tournaments and came in first in every single one of them.
Whoa.
Oh,
Which,
wow.
like, I'm not the main person that contributed, but like, I think it was a good stat for a
That's a heck
co-ed
of a
team.
stat.
I have to ask, what's the handicap?
I don't even have like an official handicap. I would guess mine's probably like 20, 21.
Yeah, that's
Like,
good.
probably around there.
Yeah.
His is maybe
Playable.
like a 5. Like,
That's respectable as well.
Yes.
yeah.
But
I
know
have beat
someone
him
around
a couple times.
Is there a challenge match?
I know.
You and James?
That's in my ballpark. I might have to.
James in the challenge
Hey,
match?
I'm Brad.
Hey, I'm Brad.
Another round
Another
on
round.
location.
Ooh. I like it.
He'll get involved. He would definitely be involved. Anything. This was his last golf tournament of the summer, and he's like devastated. So then the Ryder Cup just happened. So it feels like
I
golf
didn't get
is
much
like
sleep. I know. We got
really coming to an
Europe
end.
is tough. That's a
It
tough
is
hour to
tough.
watch.
Well, I mean, we got it in Long Island in 2 years. So
That's going to be loony at Bethpage.
yeah.
We need to figure out how to get there.
That's going to be crazy.
That's gonna be fun.
I know. I signed up for to get like the tickets, but yeah, finding a place to stay is going to be tough. But we went out and did PGA Championship this year, and that was
cool.
insane. Yeah.
So I guess since we're on the golf thing, are we? Would you rather go to that or the Masters?
Masters.
Quick.
Like-
That was quick.
That was really quick, and she knew. She thought about it
Then
before.
going to the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
Did you read the teleprompter? I mean, how fast was that? You
Well,
were
I mean,
ready.
that's just like the biggest bucket list. I am
Masters
dying to see
is
Augusta
awesome.
in person. Like everyone just says how, you can't even like see the hills. Like it doesn't
Yeah,
give a
that's
grasp of it. Like
that's the thing.
on
I
TV.
feel like I'm watching this and I feel fake watching it. Like I know golf really well,
yeah.
but if you don't know the course, it's just the full respect I don't think is there.
Mhm.
Even if it was a practice round, I'd watch a practice round.
I love practice rounds.
I just want to like, and they're so much more personable
Yep.
and hang out. But I, from what I've heard, the people that have gone, I didn't realize how hilly it was until someone actually told me. Like
That's
going
the classic.
like
Mhm.
Go out hillier
I
in
didn't-
person.
Yeah, when you look at
That's what everyone says.
when you look at 18 from TV, you're not realizing that thing is like,
Yeah.
through a shooting straight up.
Yeah,
But-
when you go there, you're more interested in seeing the course.
Have you gone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great experience. It's amazing. I mean, the security gate is as cool as anything you go to. It's just like, why can't airports be this nice?
Yeah.
It's just like everything's beautiful. I'm like, oh my god,
They
parking's
know what they're
free.
doing.
They don't care. A beer's $3.
that's
they
right,
just
because
don't
I
care.
did,
do
yeah.
sponsors.
They just make so much money.
They don't do sponsors.
They don't
on it.
even need
just-
to worry about it.
Yeah, so they kind of flex on you by making everything so cheap.
Ugh,
It's
yeah.
it's a bit of a paradise.
But
But Augusta itself, the city itself,
I've met people from Augusta
Is it-
Tourism.
giant turd. It is
Is it?
awful. It is just awful. It's the worst town you've ever been in.
That's so
I have heard,
interesting.
And I
like,
apologize
once
to those in charge of that county tourism.
Yeah.
Okay, but it is a
yeah.
tough stretch of road. It's just.
Huh.
I have
I
heard
mean, the
once you
highlights
go
may
out-
be a Waffle House. It is just. It's just
Hey.
like a strip of.
Yeah, so they just like really rely probably
And
on
then you like
that for.
drive through the trees, and all of a sudden here's Augusta, the most famous golf course. On
So
the
outside
planet.
the gates, you're like, what happened?
It's. I would
So it
say
kind
it's
of-
beyond ho hum. It's like, whoa, am I in the right spot?
Is so much riding on that. I mean, Augusta can't be that rocking. I mean, this the only tournament that plays there.
Mhm.
So I don't even know what else is happening in Augusta. Is this so much support for that one weekend, but there's no reason to build,
Yeah,
develop
there's really
because there's
nothing
it's
else
Augusta,
there that I'm
Georgia.
aware of. I know.
Yeah,
I mean, all their
mean-
members aren't from there. They're from all over the world. They're not.
Yeah,
really
hopefully
from
Augusta's not recruiting Sarah over here to spice things up.
Come on,
but-
spin it for it. Oh, it's really nice there.
It's absolutely beautiful everywhere. They have great breweries and yeah, yeah.
And
I'm-
2
I'm-
seasons and
Yeah.
Yeah.
hot and a little hotter.
No,
That's
I
right.
definitely want to go though. Bucket list, but every year I get the rejection email that didn't get selected.
Oh yeah, for the lottery.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been
Yeah.
applying for at least 10 years and it's in autopilot. I know it's a no.
I know.
You know,
And it's like, I don't even know why I let myself get a little bit of hope because
And I
I know,
know-
it's a rejection.
Like, there's a chance, you know.
And I know some
Yeah,
people
yeah.
have gone and scalped tickets outside. I know it's tough, but I know some people that have done. I'm almost getting to that point where I'm just going to get a ticket, show up, and just see
Yeah.
what I can do. You know, as
It's
long as
kind
you
of
have
like
some
what
cash
people
and just.
did for Taylor Swift this year.
I've gone to Taylor and
Oh no!
I know,
Oh,
here it
another
is.
eye roll out of Morgan. We need a Morgan eye roll counter.
We need a camera just counting the eye rolls behind over there. What? Nothing, Morgan? I can turn your mic on. I mean, you know, nothing. Oh wait, there she is. It's on.
that
You have to talk into
Can you
it.
hear me?
Hey.
Oh, hey.
You have to talk into
Brad, we know. Listen, here's your spot. You can tell everyone about your Taylor Swift experience because I know you've been dying.
No, Taylor's. I mean,
Are you a
it's-
Swiftie?
into every episode.
I'm not a Swiftie. I rarely listen to her music.
Okay.
They're all
However-
our fans.
However, after going to the concert, it's an experience.
Yeah.
It
But-
was really
but-
cool, and it's just so relevant.
Where did you go?
Because I'm talking about. I'm going to go with the relevancy of why I'm talking about Taylor right now. If you don't know about Taylor and Kelsey, I don't think you're
If
alive.
you've lived under a rock in
I
the
mean-
past week.
So
I don't know what you're talking about at all.
what?
That Taylor
Just
Swift
kidding,
put
just kidding.
Travis Kelce on the map.
Yeah. Wait, I'm sorry, but the Dallas Cowboys, their social media team did a TikTok where they interviewed every player coming in. And they were like, what do you think about Taylor putting Kelsey on the map? And then they all would give their response. And half the guys were like, what are you talking about? My boy Kelsey's been on the map. He's putting her on the map. But then a lot of them were like extremely supportive. And we're like, no, we love it. We just like want to see our boy Kelsey. And I'm like, this is actually nice. And another NFL team is talking about him that way.
Yeah.
But it's also, it's insane what the NFL is doing they had like actual specials going yesterday that were like using Taylor Swift songs for Welcome to New York. And I'm like, this is out of control. But I think they're recognizing what a great business opportunity it is and that they are now getting an entire new audience of people. So they're going to cash in on it.
And she brought Blake Lively yesterday. Did
Yeah.
you see that?
And it was like, and then Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman.
And I didn't see the
It
rest
was,
of them.
and then who's the one girl that broke up? Sophie Turner?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
It
She's
doesn't
like an
matter.
actress.
Blake
It was,
Lively
like,
and
insane.
Taylor Swift. Come in.
Yeah, I love them.
Their
like-
ticket sales were probably literally through the roof.
Well, I,
Through the roof because people literally
it-
just
it-
want to spot Taylor now. And
it
I'm
was.
like,
I mean, how does? I think it's. I mean, it's like having like Michael Jackson or something from back. Like I feel like it was smart for the NFL to support this. They just gained.
Oh sure.
I mean, just from Travis Kelce's jersey's up 400%.
yep.
You know, there's
followers.
Even if you had YouTube TV, I just saw this from Dave Portnoy from Barstool that the slider on YouTube TV, if you wanted to go back, was a heart that she always does.
Yeah, the heart,
The little
hand
thing.
heart.
So
Yeah.
the heart was the slider on YouTube TV. Just like they're going all in on this.
Everyone.
It's
It's crazy.
the
The,
Taylor effect is
NFL, I
real.
think their Instagram bio says like Taylor was here.
Yes,
And then
it
they did
does.
it again.
Their TikTok. I think their TikTok.
or
bio does
TikTok.
it.
Yeah.
Wait, did you see the TikTok of that? They think that the way that she got out of the suite was like in one of those like
Popcorn
food-
machines.
Popcorn machines.
Yes.
And it probably honestly
I would
was.
probably believe it. Yeah, because I don't know. If I were her, I'd be nervous. Like just because you have that many people around. But then after last week, she rode off in a convertible with Kelsey which looked like an album cover.
I know. I
And
was
then-
like, okay, they just got married. That's what it
It does
like.
look like they just got married, but I'm like, is she not worried about security? Apparently she has crazy like
Well, I guess when you're walking
bulletproofing,
around
like-
with Ryan Reynolds, who's one of my favorite
Oh,
actors. I mean,
yeah.
I love the guy. And Hugh Jackman. I mean,
Well, I also love Ryan Reynolds' relationship, like he and Blake like
and-
just the way, I mean, I know we're only seeing an extent of it, but I love
them.
what they
yeah.
seem like. Yeah, they're
I mean-
conveying. They seem super solid and cute and genuine and funny.
I mean, I always wanted to, the only reason why I know Blake, because I was forced to watch Gossip Girl with my wife.
Forced. Taylor
and
Swift, Gossip
I mean,
Girl.
hey, I got a lot to explain.
Thinking
I
the
know.
same thing over here.
Yeah.
We'll hit it
We're
up on
on
this.
to you.
Boy, I'm going to be. Can we turn off comments for this episode?
Good thing you
Just
edit
need-
these.
I know. You have to work on that hard.
No judgment. No judgment.
I don't even know.
Where are we going? Where are we
Think
going?
about Blake, why you know Blake Lively with Gossip Girl.
I don't even know. No, I was forced to watch it, but because I love that whole and just the idea of the gossip with someone always watching. You know,
Yeah.
because we're in media, right? You're always looking for these different avenues of like how you can like start something new. Because that's why I love Dave Portnoy for Barstool Sports.
Yeah.
Started with a newspaper and
Look what he's
at
turned it
he's
into.
done, and,
Yeah.
and people love that. And
Yeah.
I've talked with Wes multiple times about this. Like, how do we marry news with entertainment and information? And maybe this is a start
Let's have
of
a
that.
podcast.
Yeah,
Let's call another round.
another round and have a few
Perfect.
cocktails. You know, like
And see what we can come up with.
and maybe that was probably the
And
driver.
talk about Taylor Swift the whole time, and hopefully the Swifties jump in.
I know. Hey, Taylor, reach out anytime.
Yep.
So do you think, I mean, not to get too deep in her love life, do you think she's alone at the top, a bit lonely, looking for love, and she seems a bit isolated? Or do you think she's just like, whatever, let's just give this a go and see what happens for fun? Do you think she's
That's a
she's
good
searching
question.
for love?
Yeah,
Or
I
she's
do
just
think
messing
she's
around?
searching for love, but I feel like, oh God, I don't
that-
know.
what do you
That's like
think?
such a really good question, and I've never heard it posed that way because I've heard it
It's gotta
more
be
like,
lonely up there,
do
isn't
you
it?
think it's a publicity stunt? Yeah. So I'll just say like this is not the same, but I love Mac Miller, absolutely love him, and he passed away years ago. And if you go through and like listen to his songs after the fact and like really listen to the lyrics, which is what I always do when I listen to songs, I'm like, my God, he was lonely. Like there are like clear indicators that he was going through it. And that shouldn't be put on anyone else. It surprises me that no one else picked up on it, but it's always combated with, oh, you're so rich. You have all the money in the world. You can do whatever you want, but that doesn't buy you happiness. Like, and it's like money doesn't buy you happiness.
Your
It's so
high
cliche.
gets so high. Like I feel
Yeah.
like look at Robin Williams. You know, and some of these major
There are
people
so
that have
many
had,
like that.
You're trying
Yeah.
to get this new high, and you just get all this attention, and then you're like, how do I get happier? You know,
Right.
like it's just a constant grab for maybe not as a constant grab for attention, but it's like, how do I fulfill this void if I'm already here?
It's probably addicting to like keep feeling that.
Yeah.
And then it turns into like, who can I trust? Because you have so many people that are probably trying to use you. And
And people probably don't know how to interact with you either at some
Right.
point.
I know.
it's like, how do you, unless you have like, unless
Like
they
just a
have
normal
friends that
conversation,
they've
I'm
been
sure
friends
is-
with for a long
Right.
time that they know they can trust. But even then, like, how do you know that they're not going to go and backstab you? You really have no idea. So I feel like,
See, things we
I
don't
feel
have to worry
super,
about.
I remember when Britney Spears lost her mind and like
Yeah.
And continues
I
to.
had seen an interview and she was like, I literally just want to take my kid on a walk down the road in a stroller. And she's like, I can't. And I'm like, that's so pathetic that we're in that type of society where like they feel that they're like in danger and can't have something that's so simple that we do take for granted, I think, being like the non-famous people. But it does make me feel bad for them. And yeah, of course they have money, but it doesn't mean that they're not human and that they don't have things they're dealing with mentally, personally. Like
Sure.
we have no idea.
Well,
And they're welcome to come to Oneida County to hang out.
Yeah, we'll
leave
treat
them
them
alone.
well here. Yeah,
Treat them normally.
yeah.
Yeah.
We won't like make a big deal of it, but although, you know, we host a movie at Union Station and everyone does lose their mind, understandably, but yeah.
I got to see that Morgan was chomping on the bit about Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Something
well,
about her with the fame and like being lonely.
I don't remember. I was just gonna say that. Oh, this is kind of like funny that I asked Brad, like, it was obviously his first Taylor Swift concert. So I was like, well, you know, you have to bring like friendship bracelets.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, don't worry, I already ordered them on Amazon. He
So
had
you
them-
went
All
with
right,
them?
wait, first of all,
you collect
I had
any?
guidance.
Yeah.
I had guidance. Okay.
Did you collect any or just
Who
get-
did you go to the concert with?
Yeah, tell us. Who did you go with?
I went with a friend who's very well connected in the Pittsburgh area.
Okay.
and it was a group of 12 of us, and there was big group chats. So I'm just listening, right? You sit
Yeah.
back, very new experience.
Observing.
I'm not doing a lot of commenting. I'm just taking it in. So that's where everybody's talking about friendship bracelets. And luckily, Google is a great space when you don't know something. I'm like, Taylor Swift friendship bracelets, and it was like, oh,
what
they
do you
like
do with
trade-
those?
You like trade them off. You like you
But
literally
what do they
give them to
say on
people.
them?
You can write
Whatever you want.
anything.
Whatever you want.
Your name,
Your phone
it can be-
number.
it can be.
Oh,
It could be like, I love you. It could be a
Oh.
lyric.
Could be anything.
Was that how?
Yes, that's how
Yeah.
That's
Kelsey.
how Travis
yes.
Kelsey and Taylor.
That's what I was gonna say.
yeah,
that's literally what I was
trying
gonna
to
say.
think. My wife
That's
talked
how
about
he
that.
did that. He
I was
like gave her a friendship bracelet or has his phone number or something.
He wanted to, but he couldn't give it to her.
Wait, I thought
yeah,
he did.
there was something there.
But
So how
well,
did
I
he
think
get it?
he like used it almost like his leverage after and was like, I went to the show and I was so bummed that I couldn't give her the bracelet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
that's
then
it.
then
it was
somehow
like,
it like circled around.
yeah, who
and-
knows, like agents or social media.
Okay,
like-
most importantly though, what did you wear?
Oh God.
Did you do a TikTok of
I don't
your
know.
like
I
Eras
might have
tour
something.
outfit?
There might be a photo here, or here. I don't know if I'll post that. This is getting deep, but
That's actually really important.
4 hours before, it's like foreplay when you get all dressed up for the Taylor
Yes.
Swift show. That's just
Oh, it
almost
was
much fun,
intense,
Oh,
right?
right?
it's like half the fun
Yeah,
of it.
right,
Like
right.
I feel like even like going out in school and stuff, it was
Like a
like the
transition
pregame
to
was
I will
just as
say,
fun. Like
I will say, I was probably the most tame out of the 12 or whatever number we had. It was some of them.
You're supposed to dress wildly?
Oh yeah,
It's like
sparkles. See the
bedazzled
outfits.
with sparkles and
pink.
oh Wes, yeah.
And you pick an, some people would pick an
Right.
era and then dress
Yep.
to that
Mhm.
era.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Honestly,
Get it.
I wanted tickets, but I was like, I think I would get really stressed. Like I wouldn't know what to wear, and big crowds freak me out.
And I will say, her music.
Well, then
like,
you're in trouble.
yeah.
She's not playing a little acoustic show anywhere. Yeah.
And unfortunately,
No,
not
no.
anymore. I missed that boat.
when my kids are getting overtired, and whenever Taylor comes on, it actually is their like we'll play Taylor Swift, and they just stop.
Soothing.
They just dig into it. They like bounce and like groove to the music.
Yeah.
It's so cute. But it's the only reason why I support that. It's like it's better than watching Blippi for the 400th time.
Oh, Blippy. Creepy thing.
I mean, between Coco Melon and Blippi, you'd understand that Taylor is much
Seems
much
like a better
preferred.
improvement.
yeah, Blippies.
That's another level.
Makes like Pee Wee Herman look normal. I mean, Blippies, we were like playing by himself in a kid's
How
ball
are
pit.
you
Like,
not
what
on
are you
shrooms
doing?
or something or high
Yeah.
when you're recording something like this? If you don't have kids,
They
you'll
probably
know.
are, right?
I don't know, Miss Rachel. Oh man,
Guess his net worth. Guess Blippi's net worth right now.
Blippi's not worth.
Blippi's sold
320 million. It just literally.
Okay. What do you think?
Low hundreds,
out.
Can you give me a low hundred? Give me a number.
100
Ooh,
million,
that means you're close.
100.
100 million.
I'm gonna have to go 150 then because I felt like he was close.
Blippi's net worth is 140 million. Earns
Oh.
20,
Sniff that one up.
25 million annually.
Okay, I have one for you guys. What's Travis Kelsey's net worth?
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
Well, up until 2 weeks ago.
One of the biggest tight ends in NFL. Not 100. It's got to be
No.
lower.
It is lower.
I got to go. Let's go like 30 mil.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Yeah, 32, I think.
Wow. You're way off.
See how math I was doing there?
Guess Taylor Swift's cat's net worth.
Cats?
She has a cat who has a net worth.
Oh, stop.
Mm-hmm.
How do we know this?
Just like
I mean,
public information.
Public
I'll go to
information
the
or
I'll
will?
go to the Google. I'll go to the Google.
Yeah.
I mean, she's probably
That's a final little
probably,
testament giving her
that's probably worth more than Blippi.
No, but it's like 98 million.
98
cat.
million.
Almost 100 it says.
So her cat, like, because some people were accusing her of using Travis Kelsey for his money, and they're like,
Her
Do you
cat
know
is worth more
her
than
cat is worth like
You
more than
realize she
double.
made
Yeah, 3 times as much.
$1 billion off of one season of concerts.
Yeah,
I think she's okay.
she's got money.
She's okay.
Yeah,
Wow, we went off a tangent, but
Wow.
that was
I
fun.
know.
That was.
I wasn't expecting to talk this much
Halftime?
Taylor Swift today, but I'm so excited.
I don't know about you, but I need.
We
I
need
need
to have-
Wait, do you know
Yeah.
Taylor
Fresher.
Swift's cat's name?
It's from the Olivia.
Olivia Benson.
Yeah, she loves SVU.
That's so funny. I was like,
I need.
I think she
need
has
some more
too.
to
All right,
drink
we
from-
need a refill. We need a
Let's
halftime.
get
All
a
right.
refill on this.
Yo.
Hey,
We
Morgan,
gotta regroup.
Morgan, can you grab me the ice over here? Let's get you in the frame here. And there's another prosecco in the.
We do need a Google assistant.
I know.
on
I
hand,
think
but we
she
need
might
her on
have.
camera.
She might have. I'll get a camera. We'll work it in.
Highlight of season 2.
Yeah. Hang on. Yeah. Highlight of season 2. We got a
Season
new
2.
character. Oh, thank you. You're so kind.
sorry, want another one?
Oh, yeah, I can
Are they
bury it.
garbage? Hold it.
Thank you.
Do we even have a garbage in here? No,
You know, we usually don't get it that far.
Why
Just
do we
kind
have a
of
garbage?
just kind of piles up
First
on the
time
table.
you guys have a guest who's just
Yeah.
Kind of piles up.
in prosecco. Like, is that why?
Back. I got a question for when you're changing gears. But if you want to keep pounding the Taylor Swift,
No.
Honestly.
I do have an alcohol
keep-
question. Since I'm accompanied by other alcoholics, so these splits, I'm a big fan of because they keep the carbonation,
Yeah.
right? It's everything they get flatter, changes the drink, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Does in wine because
Mhm.
sometimes reds sit out too long.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're a wine guy.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen more of the smaller bottles starting to be kind of come through the wine thing. Is that changing the flavor? Like, is that why aren't more companies switching? Because like everything else has gone that way. Except for wine, I feel like we got box that doesn't count. But I'm talking about like minis. Is it because people drink more wine and it takes?
Yeah, and they have the
wine?
to-go lines that you rip the top off. They've got smaller bottles,
Yeah.
but they're such a classic. Need a cork bottle of wine.
Okay,
that
it's the
people like
feeling.
that
It's
feel
the
and that
feel. It's the
atmosphere.
experience of wine.
But like
you don't get
red,
the
red
pop from
wine, you want to have open for 15, 20 minutes, half
Right.
hour for
Like
it to breathe.
decanter,
But
yeah.
at the same time, a day and a half goes by,
You're gone.
it gets oxidized and you kind of lose it. White wine lasts a little bit better, but a lot of white wines you have screw tops now,
Yeah.
Mhm.
which are helpful.
Okay,
But there's really not a long life of wine once you pop it.
all right,
You want to get
Okay.
rid of that bad boy.
all right.
Plus, it increases consumption, which is always great for the
Well,
wine
that's-
business.
That's true.
You know, that's really
true.
my secret
Hey,
play there.
We need to kill this bottle before we.
We don't want to get it oxidized, all right? Then you sound like you know what you're talking about.
We can change this.
No, I
Any
actually
way,
just
you're
forgot
good.
that it wasn't near me, so I was
It's all good. All right.
wrangling
She's just
it
trying to
on him.
elbow you and
It's okay.
Talk about wine.
come on.
Let's stay on the hot topic. All right. What do you got, Wes?
I got one for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's October,
Okay.
Halloween,
Yeah.
costume.
I don't know where this is going.
Do you have a go-to?
Okay.
What are you this year?
Costume?
What are you this year? Are you a dresser up person? Are you not? You're like, oh no.
I would. I'm just not good at it. Like, I feel like I never.
So you're okay with
planned-
Halloween, the whole concept.
Yeah.
Just need some guidance.
Yeah.
I
I
feel like
usually
you'd
just
be-
try to pull together something that I like have already and see. I'm like, okay.
Do you go
could be the
cat a
witch.
lot? Do you go cat?
I have been a cat. I've done
Okay.
the cat and the witch, and I feel like, or I think I found an old pirate costume one year from college, but I was like, I have to make it like more age appropriate now. So you know,
I gotta find a
I,
few
like,
more, few more
edited
pieces
it.
of clothing for it.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
lengthen the skirt on this one.
Yeah, maybe I'll wear like leggings under or something. Yeah, yeah. I don't really. That's a good question, but I'm not good at it. My husband had been growing out his hair. Thank God he cut it. But I was being really supportive
Has
for
he
a
done the
while.
mustache phase too? Or
I
no?
faked it
I
for
actually
long enough.
big fan of the mustache.
Oh.
He has a mustache and I love it.
Oh, okay.
I feel like he's gonna look so young if he shaves it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I don't know. But he kept getting like Freddie Mercury and like different things like that. It was like who he looked like. So he was like, maybe I could do that for Halloween. And I was
Just get
like,
a white tank top and you're Freddie Mercury.
that's
right?
what he should have done.
Right,
And I don't
yeah.
know
It's a
why
cheap
he didn't
costume.
act on it. Yeah, it's super cheap. And he was supposed to do it this year, but then I convinced him to cut it before we went on vacation. So I won that battle.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What's your? Do you have a?
I'm not a Halloween guy. I'm the.
Do you guys do family
Here it
dress
comes.
ups or?
I mean,
Right.
the wife is good with the kids. You know, got to go that route. But I'm the guy that goes down in the basement and like turns off the lights because I don't want to do it. I had.
Oh, you're just
I was-
avoiding people.
I just.
I actually do that. I turn the lights off. In the
Yeah,
house.
I mean, my parents get like 120, 150 a season, and I'm just like, I have a dog. That's number one. That
Mhm.
dog will bark every
Oaks
120.
is tough. Yeah.
Oaks will. I need earplugs. Then headphone. I mean, it's just a rough event, and
Yeah.
I think maybe that's why over the years I just got tired of it because
Mhm.
it's just like every 30 seconds the dog is losing his mind.
Yeah.
And then at the night he just passes out because he literally freaked out for 3 hours straight. And maybe that's part of it. But I was dressed up as like a lion and a clown when I was younger, and I saw those pictures and I was like, you did this to me.
She's talking when you're like a kid.
My
kid.
parents,
When you were
I
younger.
blame
Yeah.
Stephen B. and Wendy Waters for my hatred towards Halloween. I'm trying to get back into it. Granted, kids, right? 1 and a 3-year-old getting into that. Almost 2 and 4.
Yeah, do the pumpkin? Did you do a pumpkin? And then
They're going when I'm gone to Chicago next week, so they're going to be going through the gives her something to do.
Yeah, right.
Bryce loves a good pumpkin.
Pumpkin's a classic.
It is a good.
good one.
It is.
Pumpkin's a classic.
I mean,
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
Well, there are a lot of like
Baby.
cute family ideas now. people do.
And I will say, one of my photographers that used to work for me back in the day, she has some of the best family photos. Angela Scheidrich now. I think if I got to that and like I'm gonna do it. Like if I'm gonna commit to something, I'm gonna do it. Right. I don't half-ass anything, right? Yeah. So if I'm gonna do the family, like it's gonna be. I got to figure out how to get to that level. Okay. And I will say, very impressive. I think I feel like she went pretty far in like a social media or like newspaper. I don't know, one of those contests. You submit them in like nationally.
Yeah.
I think she did pretty well. I have to look that up, but. If you see Angela Scheidrich on social media, her family photos are impressive, and she's a photographer. I mean, good eye, that helps. Really commit to it. But yeah, how about you?
I'm terrible. Halloween's the one I feel like I want to dress up and take part in. And I'm always like 3 or 4 of these costume parties, and I'm always the guy with like the terrible thrown together classic male move.
You're the 3-hole punch version of Jim.
And I never think of it in time to actually.
I can't Amazon
get my ass in here and get something.
Exactly. I know.
We're gonna bring Morgan in once more.
Oh wait.
I feel like Morgan has.
I got to work on the camera.
I feel like Morgan has a plan already, if not like 3 or 4 different options.
I don't really like Halloween.
Really? I feel like you would really relish this opportunity.
I know.
I don't really love Halloween.
I don't know
what I'm going to be this year, but I will dress up.
Give us the top 3 that you're considering.
I'm not considering anything yet.
What do you mean?
So
you better get going.
It's too early. Oh.
It's October.
Well, we got to
late for everything, right?
Are you just like Amazon Prime? You just like
Amazon
2 days?
Prime 2 days before.
You're thinking like the 27th or 28th, you'll start to think about it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Speaking of Amazon Prime, you know how many times she leaves the office to go to UPS to return Amazon products?
Oh, girl, same.
It's like not abnormal. I think that
how many orders do you put in a week for Amazon?
I don't know. It depends. Like, and what am I doing?
Like 20?
Am I going away? Do I need an outfit?
Like
we
30?
We went average week. Just your traditional.
Probably 20.
Oh my!
Is that a lot?
20 a week?
It's about 20 more than me.
No wonder why UPS drivers buy you gifts.
Okay, maybe
for
it's closer to like
Christmas.
12.
Jeez.
I don't know. I'll make a spreadsheet. I'll share it with you guys. Google Doc.
We don't like to know the average.
Well, I'm looking at the average column at the end. Yeah.
Okay, but some of the products,
19.8.
Sarah, you'll agree with me. Some of the things, like if I need like new mascara or something, for the price for me to drive to Target, get it like that time, I'll just pay the extra $1.
I've actually never thought of ordering makeup off of Amazon, but
like,
I hate buying it.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do that next time.
I mean, if it's like
We're
way
really
pricier than
revelations here today.
Yeah. Thank you.
This is what Sarah and I was doing.
The sneakers she's wearing, I bought those because she told me that she loved them. And
the amount of stuff that Sarah and I have the same thing of. Like,
it's a lot.
If you scroll through our Instagram messages, it's like, oh yeah, here's this link. Yep, I want that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm borrowing that.
I'll tell you what, if we're ever lazy, Wes, we're just going to put Morgan in that seat, our guests in this seat that she knows really well, and we're just going to sit back and cocktail, and then we have a podcast.
You literally asked me to be on. You requested that I join it.
We're going to cut that out. That was not the case. We did not.
I'm going. All right, back to you guys.
Back to you in the studio.
Send it back. We got this rehearsed.
Anyway, let's refocus.
I cannot believe that you don't have a costume.
It is surprising.
I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it.
I know. That is pretty.
What were you last year?
What was I last year?
It depends on which party. She probably
I know,
went to
really.
5.
You did multiple costumes? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I mean, it depends if you're going to multiple parties.
Well, I assume you would be.
I've been Waldo. I've been like a loofah, like a scrubby loofah.
A loofah.
A loofah.
I've been
So
Or just a loofah.
random.
What was
I love it.
I've been a cat.
How do you dress up as that? Is
It's
it a
like the
homemade
tool.
costume?
Just
Yeah,
get a
it's
bunch of
homemade.
tool,
Would not recommend.
That sounds terrible.
What have I been?
This is.
I know. That's
Well,
like,
how am I
why is it
linking?
so hard?
Was it a couple's costume with body
No,
wash or
no. No, but that's a good one.
Hey, all right, we're on to something
That
here.
was a good one. No.
That is good. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm more of a fall person, not a Halloween person.
The nods all around.
Except I am going to a party this year, so I guess I'm not figuring out.
Well, we'll cycle back and we'll post it on our Sentinel social media once a big revelation comes through.
Yes, the big reveal of Morgan's costume.
But you can't let anyone steal her idea, so it has to be after she's already worn.
Yeah, that's true. She's very yeah. Anyway, and mute. And you're killing it.
Did you get the hand signal on any camera or no?
I mean, I did not get the flick off that I just got by muting her, but I'll regret that later. That will come back and haunt me. Keep you on that one. Anyway.
Yeah. So there we go. Halloween costumes.
Woo.
Check. Got that done.
Didn't see that coming. Wesser for the win.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like no one gave you a good answer. Like none.
I didn't have one myself.
I know.
I was like, oh man, he asked me. I don't have a good one.
I thought you were actually going to have a really solid idea already.
Thank God you asked me. Well, I have this great one.
Funny you asked.
No, mine are terrible. My wife's pretty good. Kids are cute, but I'm like that guy.
Yeah.
I want to join in, but I'm
and
just
for
like,
for you know, I give Wes can talk with anybody, just very out there. I was expecting him to really commit to an outfit to go to some event of some sort.
This year I'm taking it upon myself.
Okay,
We better get planning now.
That's right.
We
This
got our
is perfect
first
timing.
party that we got invited to was the 12th. And I'm like,
The
that is
12th.
That's so early.
You know what was also
It's almost
depressing?
like a Labor Day
when we get to
party.
this, when we get to this time, is I walked in the Lowe's and there's just Christmas trees everywhere.
Yeah.
That's a struggle. It really is a
I
struggle.
hate it.
Anyway, great left and more left and right and left turns there.
Yeah.
Let's get back to a little bit of what you actually do for Oneida County.
Nice segue.
Great segue. I had
Did you get a
nothing
commercial in there?
I had nothing.
Clink, clink, clink.
Now that you're in there, what are you hoping? Being a president, you've been around a long time. What's like the top one or maybe two things that you really hope to accomplish being in your new seat? I mean, I know we're getting pretty real, but I am curious of in that role and being such an important role for the county.
Yeah.
What's on your mind? Like, what do you see either concentrating on or targeting as your new job?
Like major goals. Yeah. I would say strategic planning is high in the priority list. So the last time we had done that was, I think, 8 years ago. And that really just helps like establish what our long-term goals could be, anywhere from 1 to 3 to 5 years. Also, so much has changed in the past 8 years, but like assessing who we are as an organization, like what are our strengths, what are our weaknesses,
Mission plan on.
But that's going to involve like our stakeholders and interviews and bringing in our partners and bringing in the legislators and just the general public and visitors, but like everyone contributing. And I think whenever we're able to accomplish the strategic planning, it will benefit everybody because that information is going to be super useful. And in terms of just understanding like what kind of market we are, who do we attract? I would say another goal, which it's like how to talk about it. I really want to do.
It was top secret.
No, it's not top secret. No,
We can cut it later and then not actually cut it.
Cut this like literal sentence I'm about to say. So
that's gonna be our lead then. You say cut it.
I can't wait to figure out the graphic that comes up for the last minute that you guys won't understand.
Blur your face for that, so no one will know it's you.
We'll be right back. Stand by, the old standby on TV. I'm so excited to fill this.
So you're so big now. People tell you don't say this. That means you're important.
That's a good,
that means you're important.
It's I feel like that
right?
is.
Casey, I feel like my face is turning red.
No, that's cool.
I feel like when you get to that
People
moment,
trust
you know you made it.
Yeah.
But also you're like, oh crap! Now I gotta watch when I actually,
So don't go on a podcast where you're cocktailing the whole time and slip up.
Can we get one more
That's your-
prosecco to my right here?
We'll get the whole scoop.
You know what though? I will say drinks and conversation like this are obviously a very good way to actually know somebody a little bit better. And I have felt that like, I don't mean this in a cocky way. I think I'm cool. Like, I think I'm fun and cool. And like, maybe I don't get along with every single type of person, but I feel like if people know me, they would feel good about.
It's easy to vibe.
Like,
I mean, I was literally saying when you were out of the room, I was saying out of the room, I was like, she can carry a conversation, and I actually do a lot of my hires that way. Like, I'll teach
it's more
you
the feel than the.
I'll teach you your skill set. Just be able to have a conversation with me in an interview.
Yeah,
and if you can vibe, and
100%,
and like just like understand that you're gonna work hard and you can just have a conversation. I feel like that's it's harder to find more and more.
Yeah.
I really
It really is.
I think it is, and
A genuine conversation is such a better way to get to know somebody than being like, tell me like a time you've been in a difficult position and how did you handle it? It's like,
where do you see yourself in 5 years?
yeah,
You know,
everything's changing. So who knows? Like,
and I get that some roles are a little more intense. Like when I interviewed for Accenture, you know, like had like these, they really want to know like how you think on like breaking down a problem. Okay, that's fine. But if I'm going into a sales role or something, like,
right.
Yeah,
your number one asset is being able to talk.
We can figure
think
this
on your
out.
feet.
I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you all day.
Yeah.
But,
like finding something in common with somebody and how can you relate to them? And
sure.
Absolutely.
Well, and to be fair, like that's really how Wes and I met. I haven't known what are we going on? Maybe 5-6 years.
Really?
I met him.
Anniversary coming up.
I know. Do we have an anniversary? We got to plan a trip to Bora Bora. No,
better get a bracelet, right?
Yeah.
I've only known him. I've only known him recently, and we met in the Rome Chamber. We just had some side conversations, and I don't know, maybe some business after hours, and had some chats. And he's actually, I would say, 2 years in, you became a business partner in real estate. I mean, it was just like this guy, you know, is level-headed, can have a conversation, great guy to hang out with. Don't let his head get too big. He gets a lot of that, but no, he was just a good dude, and I think that's just, I feel like finding those kind of people that can, like you, like just have a conversation, have a good time, like don't take anything too seriously, and just figure shit out, you know.
So it's exciting to have Sarah on because you know I've been to these lunches for Genesis or this and that, and and I see it, and you seem
more formal
you
setting,
seem pleasant, but you know everyone kind of says their thing and whips up on their classic Central New York buffet, and then you're out of there to the next thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, and it's a lot of times like, which is totally understandable, and I'm not knocking it, but it's surface level conversation where you can't. I don't have the mental capacity to have an in-depth conversation with every single person I meet and like have them get to know me and vice versa. But like there is a time and a place for it. So I was like, when Morgan brought this up last week, I was like, this is so right up my alley. Like I love doing radio shows in general. I feel like when I can go on and have a genuine conversation, it's going to sound, it is more authentic, but then you really get to know people better. And then all this is doing is strengthening our relationship moving forward too. Like we're already partners, but like now I'm even more excited because I know this, like we're building something.
Wow, this is getting all warm and fuzzy over here.
No, and if
Morgan had nothing to do with it.
No, she had nothing. I mean, if
Morgan's connections,
if the people just saw the hair flip that happened behind the cameras.
Morgan is like the ambassador of Oneida County.
Ambassador.
Really? She knows like everybody.
Excuse me while I put up another standby.
She's an ambassador to like Otsego County. It's not to a country, just another county.
She got me involved in the women's league this year. And that was actually great for me, even not only golf wise, but career wise. I mean, I met a different group of women and it was as I was transitioning to this role. So it was really helpful. But
you know what I see happening? And sorry, Scott Rosenberg, I see a Choo team forming in this room very quickly.
Well, you guys didn't do it this year, and I heard that you won it last year. But we did it this year.
We might have been booed
and
off.
We tied for first.
Oh, was there a playoff?
But we lost. No, I thought we were going to have a playoff hole. And they were like, no, they do the handicap.
Loser doesn't get a ride home on the train. You get a walk home.
I feel like this is an opportunity to I almost felt bad for last year. Do we go into it a little bit?
Why? For how?
I was on your team.
Morgan was great.
Morgan was on the team. Maybe
it was you guys and Lauren, right?
Maybe contributed a putt.
Yeah.
But I think what we shoot, like a 55. It was.
What is that? Like
it was
15, 16 under?
I don't know. It was, I think 17 under was our, I think we missed one hole.
That's like that course is interesting too.
I feel bad. I mean, somebody, I will say, this is really funny. I don't know the guy and I can tell the story, but when our score went up, the guy was like, no way. He's like, let's go on the course right now. And we're all like, what was he wanting? $100 a hole or something like that?
I think that, yeah.
It was like $100. And we're all like, sure.
Okay.
And the pro, I think was like, you might want to calm down or like, you might want to look them up on Google. It was the funniest. I wish I recorded it, but I'm like, it was really entertaining, but we would be happy to shoot that again. It was fun. It was a fun event. It was a really fun event. And the train got stuck. So we've been cocktailing 3 hours on a train.
Everyone was quite charming before we
very charming before we even hit the first
That's
ball.
a good way to put it.
But, it's a great event. Had a blast. But it was entertaining when people saw that score go up. It was.
Yeah, because that's pretty unheard of. I mean, maybe like 14 under for a random tournament, but like, yeah, 16, 17.
And we didn't even hit the ball. No,
No, you're talking like my brother now. And we missed 3 putts.
we missed 3 putts.
But speaking of golf, I during the halftime, I heard a great. This is great. I've never heard of this. Morgan said, "You're so good. You use a rangefinder." Yeah, like that's next level.
I don't know if that totally makes me good, but I am very educated.
I love that.
I will say
that is next level.
You know somebody that does play a bit when they actually know what club to at least pull.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's a very good next step. Right. All right.
Yeah.
I'm 150 yards out. I need this club.
Yeah.
I mean,
My 5 hybrid.
5 hybrid.
Yeah.
there it is.
150.
I know.
That's what I know. I wish I was stronger, but maybe someday.
Mm.
In unison.
At least we didn't harmonize it.
You kind of did.
I mean, we've joked about starting the Column Inches as a band. And if you're in the newspaper industry, you're
rolling on the floor laughing at that one.
Okay.
But if you're not, you're like, wow, these guys are dorks.
dorks.
Yeah.
We haven't pulled out the guitars yet for this.
Sometime soon.
Sometime soon.
Any musical influence in your life? You playing instruments? Recorder back in 4th grade?
Oh, I did
or-
play the recorder.
I mean,
yeah.
Worst
Classic.
instrument ever invented. My
Yeah.
daughter, 4th grade, they
Why? Like, why do we still?
even when you play it correctly,
It doesn't sound
it's
good.
It sounds
horrific.
horrible.
It's horrific. And all you
Yeah.
can play is Hot Cross Buns. Like there's one song you can play, and it's Hot Cross Buns.
Literally, did they teach us any other song other than that?
You got that recorder, then you did this little performance, which was terrible,
Yeah, sure.
and your parents pretended to clap, and then that was it. The recorder was gone. Like it was never to be seen again.
I'll probably have to cut this because not many people are going to know the reference. Do you watch Friends at all? Do you remember Friends?
Yeah.
Okay. When the bagpipe is playing and Phoebe is trying to.
You're going to indie
Look at this.
episodes. I'm not ready for
I know.
this.
This is why I'm going to pull it. This is why it's probably not going to make it, even though I might leave it in just for comedic relief. But Ross is playing the bagpipe in the apartment, and then Phoebe is trying to hum or like sing with the bagpipe. That's what a recorder sounds
Yeah.
like. And I might leave it in because I want everybody to go Google that scene right now where Ross is playing the bagpipe. Morgan's doing it right now in the background, which we might put it up right here. But
No, she's buying stuff on Amazon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Amazon.com. There it is.
She's making a spreadsheet of her
Yeah.
Amazon
Is that-
purchases by
How
week.
many zeros were at the end of that cart? Was that $1,000? Jesus. Anyway, no,
Bagpipe's a tough one.
Yeah, the recorder, bagpipe. I played flute, not good at it. Like,
Flute.
not my forte.
I was a clarinet.
Yeah.
That's not much better.
How long did you play it for?
Elementary school.
I did all of
You
my-
didn't like
half of high school.
I mean,
ripping through it to high school with it?
Baseball, pitcher, soccer, or clarinet.
Really, that's how I felt. It was more like I was going the sports route.
Yeah.
Which I could have done both. And it's not like
Yeah.
sports really,
Sure.
brought me further on. But
So yeah,
I
what other
chose-
sports? We got to get into this a little bit.
field hockey was my favorite
Yeah,
and my
right there,
best.
right.
And then volleyball, and then I ran track. But track was really just stay in shape for field hockey.
Field hockey, I feel like it was someone. I remember my mom talking about it, and like
It's intense.
getting hit in the face by that ball. Like they had some moment better than girls
Yeah.
lacrosse.
Yeah, one of my friends, we were practicing, and they have like it's almost like a corner kick in soccer. They have
Yeah.
I literally just had the name. Well, they have the equivalent of that in field hockey. It's kind of like a corner, but it
Yeah, then
comes
one
out from
person
the
stops it
circle.
and- yeah.
The ball someone hit it out. It went right up her stick and into her nose and just broke her nose on the spot. But I think a lot of them wear masks now.
People are
Not
getting
back in
soft.
my
Master
day.
everywhere.
We didn't
Yeah.
do them in our day, but we did. I mean, it's understandable.
And
why
no
they-
backhand in field hockey, right? Don't you
Just
flip it over?
the stick. Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. So it was
That always
quite
boggled
difficult
me.
for me to try to play hockey when they would do it in gym. I would just start flipping the stick. But my field hockey coach was my gym teacher, and she's like, Sarah, like, come on, like, you got to know how to play, differentiate the sports. But
Should we let you have it?
I was like, come on.
Give me a break.
I know.
So if you're left-handed in field hockey,
Wait, I love what?
You can only
If you're
you
left-handed-
can pick one side of the stick.
Oh,
so if you're a
is
lefty,
there a left-handed stick?
I think there probably is.
I think you just have.
But
you
I
can't
don't
use the
even-
back side of the stick.
You
as
just
a
get it.
rule.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter
so
which side.
Actually,
It's just,
my brother sent me a reel the other day. It was a girl playing field hockey, and So you can do like where you flip it and then you
Yeah.
kind of slide it across the ground and it can like shoot the ball off. And she made, it was pretty much like,
Oh, from the corner. I saw that.
yeah.
Why did I have that on my
That
TikTok?
came up to your feed?
I remember it. She hit it out and she was like basically on the baseline.
Yeah,
and
pretty
hit
much.
it like upper corner.
Almost parallel. Yeah.
I saw it. I have
Oh,
no
she
idea why that made my
Dirty.
feed.
I mean, that was like, it was amazing.
You're getting
But-
field hockey on your...
I don't know. The algorithms are crazy, man.
They really are.
Algorithms are
You just
crazy.
never know.
Or you show interest in one thing and then you're like, oh my God, like here we go.
Look, those TikTok, like when you go to the bathroom, those TikToks are real. You get time to yourself with the kids. Like I go through like at least a good 20 minutes of reels.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't even
Kids
have
are
kids.
pounding at the door.
Yeah.
Leave me
It's like,
alone.
"Dad,
My husband does that. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, enough with the TikTok. Like, I know what you're doing in there. Like,
it's a just peaceful moment. All right.
decompress.
Let it happen. It's better for you if you let this happen.
Yeah, I'm just taking a time out, regaining my composure,
Yeah.
ready to face the world. in a few
Turn the
minutes.
brain off for a quick second.
Right.
Scroll.
Yeah.
But you never know what you're going to learn either.
That's what I tell my wife when I'm going at it for an hour. You
Yeah.
know? Maybe you
That sounded funny.
I know. Let's let that
All right,
slide.
we're gonna have to retreat
Cut
on
it
that
out.
one.
Cut it out. All right, Bacardi, chill out. No, yeah, I mean, you'll learn a lot. You got Neil deGrasse Tyson, and then you can go over here to Taylor Swift, or you're back to learning a field goal.
Or if like we're doing a house project and then all of a sudden that becomes, they're like, this is how you renovate. And you're like, oh,
It is a little
here
creepy.
we go with the project.
I can't remember.
Yeah, the other night you sent a text or something, or we said,
Was it to you? I remember texting somebody, and then
And then it
reels
came
start.
up.
And then
Yeah.
that
Oh,
was
yeah.
for you.
Yeah,
I wonder if it's
Or
in
if
the
it
message.
hears you sometimes, your phone can simply hear you
But it was.
and it will
was.
start targeting you.
It was super creepy. Was that recently, Wes?
yeah. That's
Oh, my feed reads my text. That's what was it? What was it? Oh God. She uses golf as a verb. Oh, no, I talk about this a lot. This is great. I don't even know what I was referencing. Oh, yeah. I can't. Yeah. So we were talking about somebody, and then somebody came up in my Facebook feed
Oh.
that was the person we were just talking about.
Oh, so your Facebook was like, we're going to make this relevant again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
It's super
That's
creepy.
what's happening. It is so creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, that I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. That can be dangerous.
Get fat.
This is really
I
bad.
know.
It is kind of crazy with some of the TikTok videos that come up, or some of even the YouTube references. I'm like, I don't think I've searched this before, but I was just talking about it.
Mhm.
It's
I think, yeah. And it used to be surprising. And now we're like, oh.
I know it's
right,
like, huh?
On the one hand, it's like, I'm not that mad about it because I know it's going to happen no matter what. So it's like, at least it is feeding me relevant content. But on the other hand, I'm more likely to spend money on something now because it's feeding me what it knows I'm interested in.
It's like advertising works or something.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I guess it does.
I'm glad I'm in the field.
Yeah.
Hit up yoursentinel.com now and
yeah. Do a read.
I don't have a read. But anyway, so I mean, it's crazy. Hour and 15 minutes already.
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I
Time
want
flies when
to
you're
give
drinking Prosecco and chatting about golf and Taylor.
well, one, we should do this again. Two, I want to give you the floor. Anything you want to talk about that we've missed, or anything that's coming up on Oneida County tourism that could use a little plug here?
No particular events like that we're hosting, but we do always want to encourage, like, we're a free membership organization. So any tourism partner it could be a hotel, attraction, event. You are a member for free. We would just ask that you fill out like a little form, but it helps you get on our website, potentially in our travel guide, depending what the business is. But we just ask that everyone keeps us involved with events that are happening, because we now use Facebook as our main way of promoting a calendar of events. We used to have one on our website. It was a little complicated. So if you make an event, you can make us a co-host, and then it will automatically alert us, add to our news feed. If you need extra promotion for things, feel free to reach out. I'm Sarah. We have Marcy at Oneida County Tourism. And just let us know. But our goal is to bring people here, have them stay here, but also, experience what's going on. But then on a secondary level, I really want locals to know what's going on. And I think that even relates to the concept of goals. Like, I would love to do some type of localized marketing campaign where we create a sense of pride and awareness of who Oneida County Tourism is. I don't think people always know that we exist and we're a free resource. So whether you are looking to bring in a meeting or a conference for your organization, or you have people coming in for a wedding, reach out to us because we can give you travel guides, maps, brochures, tell you like a list of events, recommended restaurants, like any of that stuff. But yeah, we want people to know that we're here and that like all we want to do is better the area. And it's easier to do if our partners are helping support that.
Nailed it.
Lovely.
That was really good. No, I
That
appreciate
felt like
it.
so professional after this conversation.
It really is needed, and I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you guys.
This is awesome. We'll hope to have you on again soon.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna reach over. Yes.
And Parsi.
Bradley.
Sarah, do it again.
Yeah, thank you
Cheers.
guys.